President Trump and President Zelensky of Ukraine had a heated exchange.
Right now, you're playing cards.
But I asked my Ukrainian friend what he thought about it and did he feel any type of disrespect to Ukraine from America. The year's 2025 and Donald J. Trump is your president of the United States of America. And if you're thinking about joining the military or already in the military, he is also your commander-in-chief. And so what does that mean for you? How does this affect you? Are we going to war? Are we at war right now? What will happen to you if you're in the military / about to join the military? And so that's what we're going to find out in today's video when I tell you everything you need to know about every potential conflict. Pretty much in Call of Duty terms, these are the potential campaign maps that the United States military may be loading onto / you being a part of. So after you watch this video, you're going to get a better idea of what this 4 years may look like. I also want to state that this video is purely from news sources put in one video because you guys right now are being flooded with unimportant information that has nothing to do with your life at all, that you do not care about. And so when all of that is happening right now, you miss out on all the information that actually you do care about and that affects your life, because you don't want to find out where you're going next in the world by watching the news. To kind of give you an outlook of what this presidency could potentially look like. And President Trump's first presidency was that he imposed the largest military pay raise in 2020 with a 3.1% pay increase. He also supplemented GI Bill benefits by no longer having an expiration date on the post 9/11 GI Bill. So what does that mean? If you join the military and you serve for 4 years, you get the GI Bill, but that GI Bill used to expire in 15 years after your service. Now it doesn't expire at all. So the vision for the military put out from the White House is prioritizing excellence and readiness. And if you're a civilian right now, you're probably wondering, what does that exactly mean? And so let me tell you. Prioritizing readiness and prioritizing excellence is excellence in terms of raising the standards, because as you see, or as you saw, the United States Navy lowered its standard to appease the low recruitment numbers by lowering the ASVAB requirement to a 10. And so maybe in this presidency, maybe the standards will rise. We already are seeing an increase in recruits on the United States Army side. And on top of readiness, you guys might be wondering, what does that mean? Well, readiness is pretty much how much of your military can deploy right now, because just because you're in the military doesn't mean you could deploy. If you guys are in the military and you guys get injured, or for whatever reason you haven't done the amount of training that you need to do each year you have to do, you are considered non-deployable. So that was kind of a lot, but I do need to tell you who the president has appointed to ensuring his orders actually get executed. And that person is Pete Hegseth, who was also in the Army as an officer. And he has stated he wants to restore lethality to a military he described as woke, with diversity, equity, and inclusion programs he claims have taken a place of a focus on warfighting. That's a lot. That's a lot right there. I want you guys to tell me what you all think about what the next 4 years of the military will look like. And that was the vision, and who is going to be executing the vision. I want you guys to let me know what you think about that in the comments below. But now we are going to tell you potentially what the campaign maps, or where you're possibly going to be going in the military if you so choose, or if you're already in the military. A lot of people forget about Taiwan, but China has said and said again that it can and will invade Taiwan. And why is that important? It's important because Taiwan produces a very majority portion of the electronics in the world. And not only that, it plays a very important role in its geographical presence, with it being the first island in a strait leading to other United States allies. And so President Trump has been asked what he would do in the event that China invades Taiwan.
Comment on that. I don't comment on anything because I don't want to ever put myself in that position.
And he declined to speak on that, but the United States is continuing sending military aid to Taiwan, so you guys can make your own opinion on what the United States stance on Taiwan is. Ukraine. During President Trump's campaign, he talked about ending the war on Ukraine, and he is actually trying to do that as of today's video. President Trump and President Zelensky of Ukraine had a heated exchange in the Oval Office.
Right now, you're playing cards.
friend.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
And it was kind of shocking. It shocked the world, and it was very, very polarizing. So polarizing that I asked my Ukrainian friend what he thought about it, and did he feel any type of disrespect to Ukraine from America. And so when I asked him what his thoughts was, he stated that he does not feel the American people feel that way, but he just feels as though the president and the president alone feels that way. And so the people of Ukraine, at least my friend, still likes Americans. But going back to the situation though, President Trump is trying to end the war in Ukraine by coming up with a deal. The only obstacles as of now is a fair deal. I asked my friend in Ukraine right now what he thoughts on a ceasefire or a peace with Russia, and they said they just want it to be fair and just not a deal just to have a deal, meaning that Russia can attack again in another year or two. On top of that, the previous administration at the White House supported Ukraine immensely, giving them billions of dollars in military aid and support, but President Trump has started to slow that down because he would rather focus on other American interests, such as in the Pacific, hint, the one that I just previously talked about. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments below. Should we still support Ukraine or should we not support Ukraine? Let me know in the comments below, because this low-key could be where you could be sent at too. Who knows? But President Trump would rather the EU do a bigger part in supporting Ukraine than the US itself. The Middle East. Surprisingly enough, the United States have been in the Middle East since I was a baby, and it's crazy that we're still there because we are still in Syria and Iraq, and our mission is to deter and fight ISIS. And so President Trump and the administration has also came out recently loosening restrictions on terrorist strikes in the area, so that means activity in the region could pick up. So we're still going to be there. The border. President Trump campaigned with a strong border, stopping the rate of illegal crossings and stopping the flow of illegal drugs into the United States of America. And so there are over 4,000 active duty United States military troops at the border right now, totaling to over 9,000 troops, National Guard level and federal level at the border, helping secure the border, stop illegal crossings, stop drug flow into the country. And so if you're joining the military right now, your hot spot most likely would be the border, because that's where it's getting the most activity at right now. But it also depends heavily on the MOS that you choose and the branch that you join. And so after hearing all of this, I want you guys to let me know what you guys think in the comments below. To me, it's just turning the military into a more traditional force that's more oriented to threats and not social issues. And so one thing that I forgot to say is that President Trump also signed an order with the creation of the Iron Dome, which has been later named the Golden Dome, which is a missile defense network protecting the United States of America from missile threats from abroad. It's similar to Israel's Iron Dome, which protects it from terrorist missile strikes. And so if you guys maybe join the Space Force, which President Trump also created, you guys may be involved in that, or the Air Force. And so stay on the lookout for that as well. I think it's looking pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, but we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys still gonna join with President Trump as president? Because as you know, the president decides what your life is gonna be like. Let me know. Peace out. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers, and so subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Bye-bye.